Alright, so blessings. So this is part 3 of a series that I'm conducting called Should We Care About the Opinions of Others? And I found a short little clip from a man named David Goggins, who is a motivational speaker, where he talks about and illustrates the idea of not caring about people's opinions. And he talks about what were the motivational factors to what prompted him to not care about people's opinions, and what caused him to be self-motivated, self-driven, to the point where he has a complete mind of his own, and how he used that to inspire others to not care about what people think. Because as I've already stated in previous videos, negative opinions from people is oftentimes a projection of their own insecurities and their own low self-esteem, their own lack of confidence and their lack of assuredness. All right. And is what I've also stated regarding the fact that misery loves company. And many people on earth are miserable. Many people are very much depressed. All right. And it's that type of spirit and vibration that they want to inject onto others. Okay. Because when you're self-driven, self-motivated, and you're careless and you have a mind of your own, people can't control you. And when people can't control you, they become very much intimidated by you. All right. They try to abuse you in more ways than one, whether it's physical, verbal, spiritually. Okay. Because people want control. People want the idea of having substance over someone. People want the idea of having people subjugated to them. All right. Why is that? Because the world that we live in is full of people that are very insecure with low self-esteem. All right. They lack motivation. They lack direction. So they want everyone within their circle, everyone within their perimeter, everyone within their vicinity to operate on that same vibration. All right. And how we know how the devil works is that he wants mass control over the masses. Okay. So the idea of you having a mind of your own, not caring about what people think, is not what's going to contribute to the powers that be to have control over you. All right. Because like I said, the idea is to have everyone subjugated onto them. All right. So regarding the negative opinions of people, you know, is something that we should just completely ignore and understand it for what it is, and understand that it has no inherited value and will not be a contributing factor to any sort of success. But what you can actually do is use negative opinions to actually help drive you, but it shouldn't determine your value, should determine your worth. It's not something that you should be miserable, depressed about. All right. Because like I said also in previous videos, many people fall short, many people become depressed, many people become very anxious, and to the point where they're full of anxiety. They lack motivation to go out and achieve things in life. Because why? Because they're held back by the negative opinions of people, often proving the case how we perceive people's opinions is what's an ultimate demon. All right. Is a universal disease. Okay. Because it's very implicational to the minds of the weak. And this is a world where we live in where we cannot afford to be weak. All right. So, as I said, this is a short little clip that I happened to find on TikTok, where this man here, who's a motivational speaker, goes by the name David Goggins. All right. He gives some pretty good ideas and gives some inspiring speeches as to how we should conduct ourselves and how we should be self-driven and how we should go about conquering whatever objectives we set out to conquer. He also talks about how I basically stated it and what I've basically covered regarding the fact that people's opinions is often a projection of their own failures, is a projection of their own insecurities. All right. What they lack is what they want you to lack. All right. So anyways, without further ado, I'm going to play the video and let's see what unfolds here.
Us fail in life because we're afraid of what everyone around you is thinking. That's 100% truth. I had to stop giving a fuck about people. That was the biggest thing. I had to stop caring what people thought about me. I realized that everybody's fucked up. I hear a lot of people telling you what you should.
So you see right off the bat, he was in a mindset where he cared too much about what people thought about him. All right. He cared too much about what people thought about him, and that's the problem with the world. And people are scared to go out and do things because they're too mindful about the opinions of others. All right. People are scared to go out there. People are scared to go out and try to conquer objectives and fail because they're fearing the backlash. And oftentimes that's the opinions of people. All right. And by his own admission, he understands that many people in this life that we live in are completely fucked up. All right. People are not in the right state of mind. People are completely just obliterated spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. All right. This is a really, really crooked world that we live in.
Be doing, how you should be doing it, how you should be fucking living. And I look at him and you're fat, you're out of shape, you look like shit, but you're telling a motherfucker how to live.
Hey, and that's another good example right there. Oftentimes, people that tell you how you should live your life are oftentimes failures themselves. They do not lead by example. All right. What they be advising you to do is what they're not doing themselves. All right. Which will make them a hypocrite. All right. It's what makes them hypocrites. Because I've surrounded myself with people. I've been around people, guys that used to be friends with. They had this exact same mindset where they'll be telling me as to how I should live my life, what I should be doing to better myself. But they were complete bums. They all had no purpose, no motivation to move in any sort of direction that was going to completely alter their position in life. All right. Going from a lower state to a higher state.
No, man, I won't listen to you. So I started studying these motherfucking weak people these trolls, these shit talkers, these haters. I'm like, man, you're exactly where I was years ago. When people don't understand you anymore, you're in that spot of obsession and drive where people are like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? I don't want to talk to you.
Yes. And that's another thing we've got to take into account also. All right. Because when you're in a position where you're now motivated, you're full of self-drive, determination, and motivation, and you're looking to improve your lifestyle, that's when you lose people, and that's when people start looking at you weirdly. People suddenly start to misunderstand you. People think you're going crazy. Why? Because you're looking to upgrade in life, and they're looking to stay miserable and looking to stay at the bottom. They're just people that love to feel sorry for themselves without having to come up with any sort of substantial plan as to how they can improve their lives. All right. So that's the issue we've got with people. All right. So this is why you should surround yourself with like-minded people. Okay. And study people. Study as to whether they lead by example. All right. Because oftentimes people just speak just to speak and don't actually lead by example. All right. And you lead by example with your actions, and which is something that many people do not do. All right. So before you get all defensive and hurt and miserable about people's negative opinions, well, see as to whether their opinions is of value, because oftentimes it is not. All right. It's not. Can't stress that enough. All right. So you really shouldn't give two fucks what other people think about you, because oftentimes it's negative, and it's solely because they're enduring internal fire. All right. They hate themselves.
Man, because you're not going to get it. When you care more about how someone's judging you, you're going to stay right there. There's no forward momentum. So if you want to sit back and judge how jacked up I was and how messed up my life was, Merry Christmas. Go for it. Have a good time.
Okay, so that's essentially the end of the video, but it just essentially re-emphasized the point that I've been making. All right, especially in the last two videos that I've conducted, whereas people, want to stay in the same spot. People want to stay in the same position. They don't want to self-improve. Okay, and that's where you should start to conclude that it's not within your best interest to surround yourself with certain people. All right, but there comes a point in time where people need to be eradicated from your life, because oftentimes people in your life are not looking to upgrade with you. All right, that's where division comes in. And understand that birds of a feather flock together. So when you're around negative people, you're going to develop negative traits. All right, if you surround yourself with haters, chances are you're a hater yourself, or at the very least you're going to become a hater, and you're going to be hating on people that are looking to be successful. All right, but ultimately the purpose of this video is just to emphasize the fact that we should not care about the opinions of others. Okay, something to take into account. Actually, what I might do is just replay the video from the beginning.
How do you teach people not to give it?
Most of us fail
I'm replay the video from the beginning. I'm gonna play it all out so people can watch it all in one go and see what he has to say.
in life because we're afraid of what everyone around you is thinking. That's 100% truth. I had to stop giving a fuck about people. That was the biggest thing. I had to stop caring what people thought about me. I realized that everybody's fucked up. I hear a lot of people telling you what you should be doing, how you should be doing it, how you should be fucking living. And I look at them and you're fat, you're out of shape, you look like shit, but you're telling a motherfucker how to live. No, man, I won't listen to you. So I started studying these motherfucking weak people these trolls, these shit talkers, these haters. I'm like, man, you're exactly where I was years ago. When people don't understand you anymore, you're in that spot of obsession and drive where people are like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? I don't want to talk to you, man, because you're not going to get it. When you care more about how someone's judging you, you're going to stay right there. There's no forward momentum. So if you want to sit back and judge how jacked up I was and how messed up my life was, Merry Christmas. Go for it. Have a good time.
Alright, and just to conclude the video, this is why we put the Most High Yahweh first, alright? Nothing more, nothing less. Because people's opinions change like the wind, and people are just very fickle creatures, alright? So we put the Most High Yahweh first. Why? Because he's consistent, alright? The Most High will never let you down as long as you continue to trust in him, abide by him, have faith in him, subscribe to his law, statutes, and commandments, and his way of living throughout the scriptures. That's within the best interest, and that way he will therefore have you under his wings. Alright, so put the Most High first and forget about what people think. Anyways, peace.